A fundamental leadership or supervisory management skill or responsibility even is the idea of receiving feedback. I wonder how often we as leaders actually get feedback or information from people that isn't necessarily always just business related. In other words, I understand we're sending emails and spreadsheets and we've got all sorts of software and data out there that we're sending around and that kind of information. I'm wondering though how often as leaders and supervisors and managers are we going to people around us, the folks that report directly to us, to our peers, to our supervisor or manager, and other folks around us, and asking them for feedback about how am I doing? What can I do more of or less of, start doing or stop doing, things that are going well or not going well, things that people like or don't like, things that are working or not working, just those basic open-ended questions. I think one of the things that we oftentimes do is we say, well, my door is always open, right? So if you have something, come share at any time. And yet, how often do people actually come share? I'm suggesting that we take a step further and be more proactive and active in going to get feedback and asking for people to share their thoughts and ideas with us, and learning about our relationship, how I'm doing and the role I'm in, and actually seeking that information instead of sitting back passively waiting, hoping that if they have it, they'll come share it. I think when people give us feedback, though, that some of the things we can do that will make it more enticing, if you will, or easier, more inviting for people to come and share information with us or feedback with us is one, can we listen better? I've talked about that in other videos of can we just be quiet? Can we let there be silence, and can we just listen to people, hear what they have to say, not argue or ask why or challenge or say I don't like that or whatever, but simply to receive it in and say thank you for that, so that we don't become defensive, we don't start to want to challenge or argue with them over whether we agree or disagree. One of the things that can help too is can we ask them for specific examples, and again, not in a sarcastic or defensive way, well, tell me when I did that. Not like that, but more of give me some ideas of what that looks like, when did I do that, what it'll look like when I did that, so that I can learn more from it. So again, I think it's a fundamental necessity of effective leaders to be effective is to go seeking input from people and not waiting. Unfortunately, I think if we sit around and wait, the only feedback we'll ever get, if any, is probably the negative when it's reached a boiling point, when people are really angry or emotions are heightened. I think if we can go seek information, seek input, seek feedback from people when life is good, when life is calm, it will really head off those moments and prevent us from letting things escalate to where they're problematic. So if you would today, go find some folks and ask them for feedback. Ask them how you're doing. Ask them if they'd be willing to share with you honestly.